Hello, welcome to another investments video. The topic of this video is the impact of stock splits and dividends on option positions. And I'm taking this, I modified it a bit from my book, Understanding Stock Option Trading Strategies. Interesting issues relate to the impact of a stock split or a cash dividend on the option contracts that exist at the time of occurrence of one of these events. Let's talk about stock splits. Should XYZ common stock split 2-for-1, if that happens, then we will observe, as you know, the price of the post-split shares decrease to 50% of their pre-split share price. Of course, since the number of post-split shares doubles, there is no change in XYZ's market capitalization. The market cap had been equal to price 1 times quantity 1, and now, after the stock split, is equal to price 1 times 1/2 times quantity 1 times 2, which is, of course, the same market cap as before the split. If no modifications were made to the nature or characteristics of the option contracts in response to the 2-for-1 stock split, then we would observe those who were long puts or short calls on the underlying stock would realize gains, while those who were long calls and short puts would realize losses. Of course, this would be unfair since a stock split does not impact a company's market cap. Again, this is unfair because a stock split does not impact a company's market cap. The adjustments to the pre-existing option contract's characteristics due to the 2-for-1 stock split would involve 1, a reduction in the option's strike prices to 50% of their initial values, and a doubling of the number of contracts in existence. For example, if Gabrielle owns 10 XYZ October 90 strike call options before the split, she will own 20 XYZ October 45 strike call options after the stock split transpires. Her wealth will therefore not be impacted. By the way, if XYZ would have split its shares 3-for-2, then Gabrielle could have been the owner of 15 XYZ October 60 strike call option contracts. However, what about a person with only 1 call option? Such a person could not end up with 1.5 option contracts. Hence, in this circumstance, the 3-for-2 split, the standardized option contract size is multiplied by 1.5, thereby becoming 150 shares. So in this case, Gabby ends up with 10 October 60 strike call option contracts, each with a new multiplier of 150. Okay? Very important. Note that in all 3 cases, the total market value of the shares of stock controlled by Gabrielle via her call option positions is $90,000. Initially, she had 10 contracts at 100 shares per contract times $90 per share strike price. Multiply those, you get $90,000. With a 2-for-1 stock split, she was left with 20 contracts, still at 100 shares per contract size, with a strike price of $45. 20 times 100 times 45 is $90,000. Or if it was a 3-for-2 stock split, she still would have 10 contracts with a new size of 150 shares per contract at the new strike price of $60. And 10 times 150 times 60 equals 90,000. Now let's turn our attention to a cash dividend. However, neither the number nor the size of XYZ option contracts is adjusted in any manner due to the declaration of a cash dividend by XYZ's board of directors. You may know that a day known as the ex-dividend date arrives a few weeks after the dividend declaration date, and on that ex-dividend date, the stock price decreases by approximately the per share amount of the dividend, all else equal. Consequently, those who are long XYZ puts or short XYZ calls will realize gains, while those who are long XYZ calls or short XYZ puts will realize losses. However, market participants are fully aware that no modification to option contracts' characteristics occur due to the arrival of the ex-dividend date, and they therefore consider the expected dividend payments and the concomitant reductions in share price on the ex-dividend date or dates when they are attempting to value the option contracts of interest to them prior to buying or writing the option contracts, that is, prior to taking a position in the option contract. Specifically, the adjustment to the Black-Scholes option pricing model's option value estimate typically involves a reduction from the value of the stock price value assumption used in the model so as to reflect the present value of all ex-dividend date stock price reductions expected to occur over the remainder of the option's life. And we see that when it comes to cash dividends, it's up to the option investor to look out for his or her own well-being. However, with stock splits, which are stock dividends, not cash dividends, with stock splits, the nature of the options are adjusted to reflect the stock splits. Well, that's all I have for this video. I think this is pretty interesting material, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you once again for watching.